All right, man. LaMar, so when you go out, right? if they don't know your name, do they say you're the cop from Facebook?
Yes, they do.
Because I don't. They don't know my name. They be like the rapping man.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
All right, I have a name.
It's wild because like now when people open up social media, they tell me every time I open up Facebook, I see your post. And I'm like,
Same.
And I go, I'm sorry.
right.
I'm sorry.
It make me feel bad.
Right.
I'm like, does that mean I use social media too much?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? Like, I'm just.
That's just how it is.
That's what we got to do.
We got to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just trying to put a positive message out. So, and that's what it is. Because when I always said I wanted to kind of get rid of my social media, like my personal one.
Right.
Because every time I turn it on, you see kids fighting. You see something, and it's just like, man, like it was getting to a point where you open it up, it's like it was almost depressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now it's kind of like, what can you do instead of just complaining about it or just whatever? You're just like, okay, put positive content out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't share fight videos.
Nah.
A lot of things. I'm not one of those political guys where you're gonna see me posting about the president, the Congress. I'm not one of those people. I have my own thoughts. I just certain things I keep to myself.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's just like I want to put positive stuff out there so that, you know, maybe it inspires somebody. Be like, you know what? If you see that, and be like, man, he just gave about 100 kids ice cream cone.
Yeah.
You know what? So now, you know what? Let me go gather some kids in my neighborhood and do something good for them.
I've always respected that too, especially with law enforcement, with doing things like that. Because we have such a certain view of them now. It's refreshing when you see an officer interacting with kids or playing basketball or listening to music with the people. Like, I always thought that was cool. I mean, even seeing you do it made me comfortable. Because at one point in time, my job was trying to say, "Oh, you gotta relax with this stuff." But I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything crazy.
Right.
You know, I know the uniform I have on.
Right.
So, you know, we got to represent our profession.
Right.
You know, so I think it's cool when people see the officer or the mailman, like, you know, we're not just working, we're actually a part of the community too.
Absolutely.
Have you ever, what's the funniest thing that happened to you out in the community that wasn't on social media?
Oh man, the funniest thing.
I know you had some funny moments, man, that just...
I think all my funny moments are on social media. I mean, because like just recently this summer, I went in and I see these kids, they had a slip and slide, and I was like, let's go. And I'm sitting here and people looking at me like, bro, you almost 50 years old. Like, I know that hurt. And I'm like,
it did.
It tingled a little bit. Yeah, you know, it tingled a little bit, but you know, but at the same time, it's like doing that, people see only that slip and slide part. What they don't understand is like just a whole like method to the madness because these kids, they see that. I got a lot of kids that follow me, but a lot of kids will like just kind of like spaz out in school. And a lot of times the principals and the teachers can't control them. They can't bring them down. So here I come walking in and they look at me like, yo, that's Officer Sharpe. He cool.
Chill out, yeah.
He bought me an ice cream cone. He went on the slip and slide with me. So now I'm like, come on, let's take a walk. And they're gonna walk with me. And we're gonna talk. And we're gonna try to work through these problems. Like, why you angry? Why you upset? Like, is this worth it? Now, how do we get you back to being normal and getting you back in the classroom so you can get your education? So people, they see all the fun stuff and they be like, oh man, your job is this and that. And I'm like, yeah, but it's just, there's a whole method behind it of just showing kids that, hey, listen, you can talk to me. We can work this out. And I'm not here to try to hurt you. I'm here to help you.
Have you ever thought about even being a teacher, like before you got into law enforcement?
That's what I went to school for.
Really?
I went to school. I'm supposed to be a teacher, early childhood education.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I ended up being a cop.
But it ties in.
Yeah. But at the same time, with the organization, mentoring is like a lot of the stuff in the curriculum that I've been doing is I put it together. You know, I do my research. I'm seeing what a lot of the curriculum we do with our kids or what are they going through in life right now? How do we fix it? How do we help them change their mindset? Because every kid, you know, like, see, you can go out here and rap, but at the same time, you have a whole profession as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all our kids try to put all their eggs into, I'm going to be an NBA or NFL or I'm going to be a rapper. And I'm like, okay, so what are you going to do on the side?
That part.
What are you going to do to kind of help you? Because if you don't make it, because I didn't make it in the NFL, You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I had an education to fall back on. And that's what I'm trying to get them. I'm like, it's cool, chase your dream.
Yeah.
But also, too, it's like, okay, what else you going to do?
That's what I think. That's what I think kids and people need to see more of is like, yeah, we all have a dream, but to pay for that dream, you know, I mean, that's kind of why I felt comfortable doing what I do because I'm like, oh, they see, like some people assume I have a team behind me,
right?
Oh, Jean P, they doing that for him? Nah, I'm doing this myself. But also, this is why you see me out here walking and working another job because being an artist, being a creative is not cheap.
No.
And I know you have an organization. You learn that too. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah. You know, dreams cost.
Yeah, they do. Because my tax guy told me that the first time I went in there and he looked at my receipts and said, man, you've donated over $2,000 of your own money to helping people in the community. He said, you need to start your nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
Say less.
Yeah.
Say less because it was just like you don't realize it. Like you're spending so much money on, you know, doing all the things that you're doing and it's coming out your pocket. You're just doing it. And here I didn't have an organization and people tend not to want to donate if they can't get a tax write-off for it. So I was like, yeah, that was the move. That's the move.
So you've been doing this for 24 years, right?
24.
You ever use the lights to skip traffic? Like you use your police lights on the car? If you was running late?
Have.
Yeah.
I have. Yeah. I have.
Running late, you was like, woo.
Yeah, listen.
You got people scared out here.
Sometimes, listen. Now this is a funny story here. So sometimes, you know, I was like, one day I came to work and I wasn't feeling great, and I was like, man, I'm sweating, and I'm like, but I'm gonna get through it. You know how it is. Your stomach just kind of drops, and you go, ooh. And I've been call to call, and I'm like, I'm telling dispatcher want to send me to another call, and I'm like, we can't right now.
Right. Yeah, we got.
I gotta go now. I gotta come to headquarters right now.
Right now.
So I'm lights and sirens, sweating, thinking I'm not gonna make it.
Right,
bro. You would have thought I was in a high-speed chase. I'm going through Canton, and I'm talking about I jump out my cruiser. I'm throwing my keepers. I hold my belt off.
Man.
I got my belt in my hand, running down the hall, unbuttoning my pants, trying to get to the restroom because I had to go.
What'd you eat?
So a lot of times, too, if you see an officer, he ain't chasing somebody, he probably got to go to the bathroom real bad.
What'd you eat that day, LaMar?
I wasn't feeling good. I caught a bug.
Oh,
I caught a bug, and that bug was
them bugs that had you wondering, like, man, what's going on?
Like, what is this?
Hey, let me ask you this: if we checked your playlist right now in the patrol car, what's one song people would be shocked that you're listening to?
Oh man, right now I've been on. I'm like I grew up on hip hop. I love hip hop, and right now, just today I worked out, and yesterday my artist was Jeezy.
Oh,
yeah, and then today I'm listening to Scarface.
Oh, you taking it back, man?
Yeah,
I love talking to hip hop heads.
Yeah, man, I love hip hop. Got me through a lot. I love hip hop, man.
What Scarface was you bumping though?
Oh man, what was I bumping? God, him and I just get on like the best of Scarface on Apple Music, but I keep running back Jay-Z and Scarface.
Produced by Kanye.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
the piano coming in. I was like, I think I rewinded that 4 times today. It's like, I'm like,
classic Kanye.
Oh
man. What else is on the playlist, man?
Listen, I do a little bit of everything, but what's wild too is some days I wake up and it's like when I'm feeling like I'm not all the way myself, because working out for me is therapeutic, and also too, working out like has really been saving my life, because a few years ago I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic.
Man.
And for the last 2 years I haven't been on any medicines.
Dope, man.
So it's just about trying to change the way you eat and then also taking care of your body. But there's some days when I feel like emotionally I'm not all the way at my top level. I'm gonna throw on some gospel music. And I'm literally in the gym working out to gospel music.
Ain't that wrong, no gospel music.
Yeah, and I sometimes I get my best workouts. And I know that I'm about to go in here and not give it my all, I'm throwing on some.
I have my days, I'm like, maybe some Donnie McClurkin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know, my wife, sometimes I come up walking in the house and I got my music. She in the bed sleeping. I'm walking in. I got my gospel music playing. I jump in the shower, gospel music playing. You know,
my mom raised me on that gospel.
I grew up in the church.
Karen Clark Sheard, all of that, man.
Reverend Cleveland.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm all about it.
Yeah, Jeremy, got any questions you want to ask?
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what made you transition from like education to become a police officer? Like, how did that happen?
So it's funny because before I became a police officer, I saw a job app opening for a teacher at Faircrest, and I was like, okay, let me go in here and I'm gonna apply for it. And I did all my stuff, and they were like, cool. But the problem is the guy that we're applying, he said he's retiring, so we're going to get you transitioned in. So, but this might be a while, but in the meantime, would you like to work inside and get a feel for being a youth leader, which is a correction officer? And I was like, yes, because I got 6 kids and I need money. I need that money now. So, and I was selling vacuum cleaners, like, you know, and I was working out, trying out for the Browns. So it was a lot going on, and I needed that money. And so I go in there, and then come to find out I'm working there for about maybe 6 months, and then they hit me with like, hey, you know, change of plans. He's not retiring. He's going to stay about, you know, several more years. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm here, and I'm just like, all right, well, I'm here now. So I just started doing this, and I started working with the kids, and I'm like, I'm seeing kids come in that are broken. Like, they're just broken. All the trauma that you can imagine, you're seeing it through these kids. And these kids, they come in there, and I'm talking to them, and I'm working with them, and they respect me. I'm having some of the youngest, biggest gangbangers in here who are rivals, and all they're out here fighting on the street. But when they're in there in that wing with me, I bring them all out, and they're not fighting at all.
You're bringing them together.
I'm bringing them together. And the police officers were bringing kids in, like, what are you saying or doing to these kids? Because they respect you. Like, they're bringing them into Faircrest, and they're like, man, Mr. Sharpe's going to be mad. He's going to be so disappointed in me.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? But the problem, what I realized, too, is like we write these kids off because these kids are fine in here, but then when they go back to that same environment that causes them the stress, the anxiety, the trauma, they're going to adapt to do what they know. And so then they do the same things, and then they know what, they end up right back in there. You know, right back in the facility, locked up. So it was just kind of moving me and said, man, maybe teaching isn't for me. Maybe it's something else. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And they were like, you need to take this police test. And I'm like,
oh, man. You're on the fence about it. Yeah.
Pause. Because for me, growing up where I grew up in I grew up Joy Park Projects in Akron, Ohio. And the project kids and cops didn't mix. It was just like, no. And so I felt like if I was going to do this, then I was going to betray my neighborhood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, nah, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. And then it was like the day the test came, I lost my license. I couldn't find you need your license to take the civil service. I lost it. And I said, God's telling me something. Yeah, this is it. This is not meant for me to do it. So then I started looking too, and I'm like, man, I'm making $8.80 an hour, and I got all these kids, and I'm like, something got to give though. So let me just go get my license and see. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm not gonna make this. They're not gonna hire me. And I took the test, and I think there was almost 500 people that took the test, and I was like number 60-something out of 500 people. Man. And so.
And the rest was history.
The rest was history.
That's a dope story, man.
Yeah, man. It was just.
He was like 86 kids. Yeah. Let me go ahead and find this.
Yeah,
license,
let me just try it out, because it was crazy too. Because I was not only was I working at Faircrest, I was working at SRCCC as well, and I was working there, and it was like I'm working 2 jobs, and I'm like, because I'm trying to take care of my kids,
what's up,
and take care of my family, and then what's crazy is I took a pay cut taking the police job. I took a whole pay cut, and I'm like, man, what am I doing?
But look at what it's turned into.
It's not even about the money,
right?
You know, sometimes when God puts you in, He puts you in certain positions in certain places where I'm blessed doing all the things that I'm doing. It's not bringing me in a lot of money, but my riches are coming from other places, you know, and that's about inspiring kids, inspiring other people, not just kids, inspiring adults as well to say, hey, listen, you know, let's change the narrative a little bit. And now too, especially with the climate of like whenever you see something negative with police on the internet, it's like I was getting so much kickback and people were coming at me for something officers were doing in other states and other countries. Man. You know what I mean? And that was really hard.
It was kind of taking out on you because you were a police officer.
Right, exactly. So then it started seeing more people was like, hey, listen, you can't judge that police officer from another state off of what this guy is trying to do here. He's trying to make a change. So that it started picking up and people started respecting me more and started saying, you know what, I see what you're doing and I appreciate what you're doing because you're trying to offset the narrative. You're trying to change the narrative and make it positive. And also too, what you're doing, you can inspire other officers to get out here and do more in their communities.
But you're doing it well, man.
I'm trying.
You're doing it well.
I'm trying.
LaMar, real quick before we go on this break, man, where can they follow you at? How can they reach out to you?
So they can follow me on Instagram at LaMar Sharpe 165 and on Facebook, Officer LaMar Sharpe.
All right, Jeremy, what about you, man? Where can they follow you at?
Just follow me on Facebook at Jeremy Andrew or on Instagram at _Jinja_Ninja_1.
I like that. I'm going to change mine now.
Hey, man, Michael is that. You follow him at ZWorthy68. Y'all know everything. Jean P. the MC, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that stuff. Follow the podcast, SWYM Podcast, on Instagram, youtube.com/Jean P. the MC. Episode 185. You going to stick around with us for a minute?
Absolutely.
All right,
absolutely.
man. Jean P. the MC, LaMar Sharpe. Say what you mean. Peace.
Peace.
Say what you mean. Mean what you say. I'm from the 330, where them boys don't play. Say what you mean what you say. I'm from the 330, where them boys don't play. From the northwest to the northeast, say my name once and they know it's me. Southeast to the southwest, no arguments, yeah, I got next, Jean P.
Episode 185 of the Say What You Mean podcast. Jean P. the MC, LaMar Sharpe. How you feeling, man?
I feel great. Thanks
Feeling
for having
good?
me.
Of course, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Jeremy, what's up with you, man?
No, not much. Just chilling.
What's going on in the crock pot today?
Actually nothing. I'm just gonna go home and make this protein meal I've been eating off of the last 3 weeks.
You been in the gym, huh?
Yeah, I've been trying to.
Okay. Listen, LaMar, we trying to get like you, man. You know I lost some weight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man.
Hey, listen. Well, you sure you be walking around all the shit? Every time I see you, I rode up on a mailman one day, and I thought it was you.
You scared him?
I was like, it was this black guy. I was like, oh, I know that's Jean. I was like,
we ain't all the black male.
right.
We all don't look alike.
So I rolled up on him, and then I was like, Jean P. And he turned around and he was like, no. I was like, my fault, bro.
He was like, no, great music though, but nah, that
my fault. I'm sorry. I thought you was.
The one day you did, I'm putting me on 12th Street, and you had the megaphone.
Yeah. Every time I see you, I got to show you some love.
I love, man.
I love your music.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you,
I
bro.
love your music.
You came here with the uniform on, man. Another uniform.
Be a better me.
Be a better me gear, man.
Yeah, you gotta listen. You gotta rep your brand.
Listen, man, you repping it well.
Thank you.
That's what's up, man. You got the J's on to the mic. You came in here fresh. They're gonna be like, well, he ain't in a uniform when they watch this podcast. They're not gonna blow him away. I do it too. Like they think we wear our uniforms all the time.
Right.
If they're like, you ain't got your male uniform. Nah, because it's Saturday night.
Right.
I'm at the grocery store. I'm not finna just wear it.
Like, yeah, I'm not wearing my uniform. I'm having brunch with my wife.
Right, it's date night. You know what I'm saying?
Like, nah.
Yeah, man. So y'all know what it is, man. It's sponsor time here at the Say What You Mean podcast, and our first sponsor being the Hub Art Factory. Shout out to Tim Carmody. LaMar, what you think of this space, man?
I love it. It's good to be back here, man. I love the space.
You came, when was the last time you came here on our podcast?
I was right before 100.
Yeah.
I was right before 100. I remember, yeah. I love coming here. Every time I drive by, I look up and see the hub.
It's always different, right?
Right.
It's always something going on.
Always something going on. Hey, that's it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Hub Art Factory, George Financial Services, father and son team with 35 years of combined experience. They are dedicated to helping everyday people. They have $30 million in assets and under advisement and are growing. If you would like to talk with them and learn more, search and Google George Financial Services Canton and book a complimentary call. Now y'all know what it is, man. It is Betting time. You know, our next sponsor, RTP Sports, the realest betting group in Canton, Ohio, or in Ohio, sorry. If the game is on, we're betting. Welcome to RTP Sports, the #1 sports betting group chat in Ohio, where real players link up, drop heat, and run up the bag together. They say no guessing game. We do our homework, strategize, and take this betting thing seriously. If you are trying to bet smart and win big, you're in the right place. Do you bet, LaMar?
I am not a gambler.
Me neither.
I listen. I watched my grandfather. He had a little gambling issue. You know what I'm saying?
He did?
Yeah, and to a point where he gambled the deed away to the house.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he was hardcore.
What year was this?
Like this was probably
like game he might have.
This is like in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Early 70s.
Basketball, football?
Man, cards.
Really?
Yeah, cards.
The deed?
Yeah, deed.
So like he was at the card table and was like, hold on, I got y'all.
Yeah, he was like,
Bow.
he was so confident in that hand, he bet the deed to the house so bad that he went home and he told my grandma probably smacked him with a couple pans, whatever. And then she went in there and got, my grandmother, she was all about.
She probably grabbed the deed. She was like,
she stored money in the house and she was like, how much was it? And she was like, I don't know what she did. My grandpa had to take her to the dude and they squared it away.
See, Jeremy, this is why I ain't doing FanDuel. They be trying to convince me to do it.
Everybody
see what I'm saying?
Nah.
You can make a good, decent come up.
See what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, but
that's
how
how
many
it
times you got to spend to, you know what I'm saying?
he had to spend the deed, man.
I give myself a $20 limit on the weekend. I'll do like small $2 bets. I might do a large $10 bet. But other than that, $20, I don't like losing more than that.
Yeah,
That's it.
I've been to Vegas and I'm talking about like, if I do gamble, I get maybe $100 and that's probably splitting between me and my wife.
100%. Right. She gets 75, you get 20.
Yeah, right, exactly. That part.
That's what's up. So those are our sponsors for the podcast. So LaMar, man, let's start from the top, man. Tell us your background, man. Where you from?
Akron, Ohio.
Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, born and raised. That's where East Side Joy Park.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my hood.
That's what's up, man. What was it like growing up for you in Akron?
It was rough, man.
Yeah.
It was rough. There was a lot of crime, a lot of drug dealing, and that during that time too. I came up in that era where the gangs would jump you in whether you wanted to be in or not.
Oh man.
Yeah, and the only way out is
They ain't doing that now.
death. Yeah, nah, it ain't like that now. But that's what I grew up in, and I remember like. I was just talking to my cousin. We was talking about it, how we were walking up to the rec center, and it was this one group family. They was notorious, man. Like everybody was afraid of them, and they were like 16 years old, and we like 12 years old. So they got, they're them dudes where like the stories is like there's people missing because of them. And I remember they surrounded us, and I was like. And even to this day, it's like when I go in somewhere, I'm looking at where's the exits at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, where's the exits at? If I got to get out of here, how I'm going to get out? And they surrounded us, and they was like, and I just remember the one jumped in the air, and he was into karate. And he did this roundhouse kick, and he kicked my boy in the face. And I just saw his glasses go in slow motion. And it was like this. And at that point, I was just like, full.
And you jetted.
Gone. I never ran so fast in my life. And what's crazy is, like, so when I was in high school, like, people don't notice about me. They look at how big I am now, but I was a state 200 and I ran the first leg of the 4x1. I had wheels.
I was about to ask you, was sports the escape in the midst of all of that?
Oh yeah, it was like I use that as my tool to try to like, okay, I don't want to be on the corner looking at some of these other guys standing there with a brown paper bag early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Just drinking. That's what they're doing for their day. Their day consists of drinking and trying to hustle money.
Yes, sir.
For somebody. So I didn't want that life for me. I wanted something where I was like, I found out early that school, being athletic can pay for my education because my mom we were poor. So I knew my mom couldn't afford to send me to school. And my mom worked at Akron U. And I was going to get some big discounts, but even still it was going to be expensive. So
yeah.
I just took it upon myself, like, how am I going to get myself out of this? You know, I didn't want to count on my mom, didn't want to count on my dad, didn't want to count on my grandma, I counted on me. And that's how I am today. It's like when it comes to anything, if it needs to be done, I'm going to always count on me. You're going to get it done. And that's the mentality I've had since I was just young.
What was the first sport that you was like, all right, I'm going to get this plan going? What was the first sport for you that you kind of fell in love with?
I fell in love with baseball.
Really?
Yeah, that was the first sport I could play. And I was playing when they would set the ball on the tee, and I just get to whack at it. Boy, I was crushing that ball. And then I got really good, and then I got into kid pitch. And one of our kids threw this pitch inside, and it grazed my knuckles. I said, that's it. I'm done.
Football.
Yeah. Sign me up for football, Mom. And what was real crazy was, like, I love football, but I love playing it with my friends. But I really had no desire to really play within a league because I was kind of, like, nervous, a little bit scared because it's full pads, and I saw they used to do the old Oklahoma, or the Oklahoma drill where you get on your back.
Ball, yeah.
And then like, and I was young. Like, I literally, when I graduated high school, I graduated at 17. And all my friends were 18 and 19. So I was younger than all my friends. And so they were all bigger than me. They all had facial hair before me.
I ain't doing that drill with you now.
No, I'm not doing that with you. Like, I swear, this one kid that we play, I'm like, bro, you've been in the 5th grade for like probably 5 years.
Forever.
Yeah, like you have a whole goatee. And I might, matter of fact, I might see some gray in it. Right. I don't know. And you about to tackle me? I don't think so.
Nah, nobody was scared to tackle you.
But it's crazy. I wasn't the size. I was the short, husky kid. I said husky. People are like, husky?
Husky, what's that?
People about to Google
it. Husky.
Husky.
They want to go to ChatGPT and ask, what is husky?
Right. That was a whole, they didn't want to call you fat kid. They called you husky.
They was being modest.
Yeah. They're not fat kid, husky.
So you were just like husky and athletic.
I wasn't tall. I didn't hit my growth spurt until the end of my freshman year. And my pants literally came from down here. Like I was like everybody used to be, oh man, what you doing? Waiting on a flood? And I'm like,
capris.
And I'm like pulling my pants down. I'm sagging. You know what I'm saying? I'm sagging. And they're like, why you, my mom, pull your pants up. I'm like, Mom, if I pull my pants up, everybody gonna talk about
everything. Yeah.
Right. It was bad. It was a bad time.
So after like high school and stuff, and you mentioned like getting into athletics and trying out for teams, what was a collegiate career?
Yeah. So when I got in my junior year in high school, I started getting a lot of offers.
Okay.
And I was just like, for me, it was really weird for me because it was like people thought a lot about my athletic ability more than I thought about it. And now I got coaches coming in from Ohio State, Michigan. Like I was one of the highest recruited kids coming out of Akron, Ohio, and probably since the year I was born, 1976. And the only schools I didn't get recruited by were like a couple Florida schools, like Florida State. I didn't get recruited by Alabama either, but I got recruited by everybody else.
Man.
And so I started seeing that. So now it changed my mindset because I was like, man, they really think I'm talented. And so I really started pouring into my craft. And I didn't even realize I was fast either. Like I ran, like in my junior year in high school, I ran a 4.49.
You saw you was fast that day. You saw that roundhouse kick?
Yeah, man. I saw that roundhouse kick, boy. My speed, gone. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really know how fast I was, but I really give it to my hood to making me the person I am today. You know, I give it to my hood because we used to have boxing matches. Like it was crazy. Like
so you learn, man.
I learned how to be tough in the hood, and that's why I get concerned with kids today because a lot of kids will spend their whole summer inside on an iPad or a video game, and then it's like they have no toughness. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing tough about them. You know what I mean? And that's what just kind of like it kind of gets to me a little bit because you need to be outside and having those experiences. Like we grew up with, like, you know, these experiences of falling off your bike, skinning your knee. You know what I'm saying?
They don't really experience or don't want to.
They don't want to. They have no desire to.
That leads to my next question. What inspired you to start Be a Better Me Foundation?
Because I had a mentor growing up. Somebody helped me. And that's the one that told me about, do you understand that you can actually get a scholarship and get your education paid for? That like, if you really just like pour your heart into your athletics and then also do your schoolwork as well. And I was just like, wow, I didn't know that. And then I'm seeing things on TV where these guys are coming out of high school and they're getting all of this money to pay for their education. And then what was really the most important thing to me was it was going to pull me out of Ohio. You know what I mean? Because I grew up an Ohio State fan. I'm still an Ohio State fan. But for me and the things that were going on, because my mom, it was about my sophomore year in high school, my mom moved us out of Joy Park and moved us up to the Goodyear Heights, where it was a lot safer. People were getting shot in our yard, stabbed, knocking on our door, bleeding because they needed help because somebody just stabbed them.
Man.
We're out cleaning out the yard, the bushes, we're finding guns in our bushes. Like, we lived in the hub of just chaos. So my mom ended up moving us out of there because she was just like, one, we were poor. We were about to lose the house anyways, but my mom was like, she was saving the money. So I got to get us something better in a better neighborhood where it's going to be safe, where y'all can actually sit out on the front porch and be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what she did and moved us that way. But in that time when I was going through there, I had somebody that really worked with me, talked to me, Mr. H, Mr. Hafford. He was great. He taught me a lot about just life and also doing things the right way. And so I'm very grateful for him. And that right there, when I see the kids that are going through all the traumas that they're going through, I'm like, man, they need a Mr. H. So now I channel into Mr. H, and I'm like, you know what? I got to do this.
I like that. So your foundation, it provides things like book bags, coats, and even Christmas toys. Can you talk about how those efforts impact kids and families in the city of Canton?
Oh, absolutely. So our biggest thing is we do mentoring, which we actually start back up here this September. And we got our young men, we wear shirts and ties because I try to get them out of a mindset of you're going to walk into a job interview. Because if you look at kids today, the things that they're not teaching a lot of these kids, if they go into a job interview, they're going to come in there in their trunk fits.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And
Slides.
And I want this job. And if I'm about to hire you, I'm not.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hire the kid that comes in here that looks like, hey, I want this because you dress for this moment.
Yep, dress for success,
right,
literally.
Dress for success, and that's what we do. And so our young ladies, they wear their cardigans and it's just really those things too where we're just preparing them for a better future. And we're also showing them a lot of different things. My one guy, Sandy Womack?
Yes.
Sandy Womack.
Shout out Mr. Womack.
Yeah, shout out to him because
you gotta get him on the show.
Yeah, he's great, man. And he said something, and one of his sayings is, experiences changes expectations. And our kids that are sitting in the house on iPads and video games, they're not getting a lot of experiences. Mm-hmm. They're doing the same thing, playing the same games over and over again. So sometimes what you have to do is you have to show them the different careers. You have to show them different things that they can do, because if not, they're just going to be like, well, I just can work at McDonald's when I graduate from high school. Or, you know what I'm saying? They're not thinking anything bigger, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm just going to live with my mom for the rest of my life.
They got to see someone do it.
Yeah. So now, too, they don't have a plan. So sometimes when you show them different careers and then people are telling them, how did I get in this career? Then that's everything. Because did you come in when I was on Market?
Yeah. I didn't even know who you were. Yeah. Shout out to my man Brian. Brian Campbell, he introduced us.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about you. He mentioned Ellen at the time. Uh-huh. And I was like, I got to meet him. And now you my dog.
Yeah,
you know
right. You know?
So I have a question for you. What have been some of the biggest challenges in bridging the gap between police and the community?
I would have to say, pretty much going back to what I said before, is a lot of times when something in law enforcement happens in another state, it's the looks and the stuff I get. And people sometimes expect me to make comments about certain things.
Right.
And I have to let people know, it's like, there's things like, I have my feelings about it, but sometimes everything's not for social media. You know what I mean? And also, too, is like, I have to be careful because I'm in a position where that my job could be like, that's enough.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
preaching to the choir.
Right. So I just got to I can have my opinions and whatever, but a lot of things I just don't even talk about or deal with. And that's probably the most difficult part is just people looking at me and like, what are you going to say about it? And I'm like, I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah, because you don't have to.
I don't have to.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I have my feelings about it, and and there's some things where I've seen officers beat up in social media because of a 10-second clip.
Or a misunderstanding.
Right. But it's like, and I tell people, I'm like, you haven't seen, I said, show the whole 2 minutes of that clip when that officer was getting his butt beat. Mm-hmm. He got back into the fight. His training kicked in. He got back into the fight. But now all you see him is on top trying to punch this guy who had his gun in his hand.
Like first reaction, like, hold on, let's read it too.
Yeah, like so. But then I also seen some cops that have done some crazy things. And even still, whether the cops were good on what they did or the cops were bad, it's not for me to say.
Understand.
Yep.
Jeremy, you have a question?
Yeah, I was going to ask, with your foundation, Be a Better Me, I know it's taking you probably to some really cool places. I know the first time I was ever introduced to you on social media was when you did the thing with the guy who used to host the Dirty Jobs.
Mike Rowe.
Yeah, Mike Rowe.
Mike Rowe.
How was that experience? I mean, being able to put your foundation on a public platform like that.
That changed the whole dynamic of everything that I was doing, because that show alone has kept us afloat. Because this is actually, shout out to Be a Better Me. This is our 10-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yeah, this is our 10-year anniversary. And that show right there alone helped bring in people that really believed in what we were doing. We weren't receiving grants or anything like that. It was just people who was like, hey, we're going to make a donation. Whether it was a $500 donation, whether it was a $100 donation. People were donating money. And I'm literally taking all of this money and I'm giving it back to the community, the kids in the community. And that was a lot. That really changed the game, because beforehand, I was spending all the money. Like, I was spending money. I'm asking people for donations, and some people are like, But then you get on a national platform like that had probably like over almost 7 million views. And it's kind of like, oh.
They want to talk.
Yeah, they want to talk.
Yeah.
So that really changed the dynamic of everything that we were doing. So it was a great experience, too, because that whole team was amazing, very amazing. It was crazy. What's his name? Lester Holt from Dateline NBC.
Yes.
Like, I remember when I was on that, they wanted to come in, and then there was this whole contract thing with Mike Rowe and their show, the producers from Facebook. They couldn't come in until after the reveal was done. And I was like, oh, man. I was like, that's my guy, man. We watch him all the time. But, there was a lot of people. Soledad O'Brien, she a news person. She flew me out to New York, and I was on her show. It was a lot of great things that came from it. And also, the bigger message is you can be a positive role model, a positive force in your community, and get acknowledged for it, and people love you for it.
Sure.
Because a lot of our kids feel like they got to be this thug, or they got to be a certain way for some certain people, and you don't have to do that. Be who you are. Be the person that you were meant to be, and be great.
I like that. One last question for the break. After 24 years on the force, how do you stay motivated and positive through all of this?
How do I stay motivated? Having a good balance.
Yeah.
Having a good balance in life. Having a great support system. That's always really great. There's some days I don't feel like, sometimes I may not feel motivated, but sometimes you'll come across a kid and it's like they really need you.
That's that part.
Yeah, and they really need you. And then it's like, whatever motivation you didn't have, you got it now. Because it's like, I don't want to see this kid dead or in jail. So,
because they need you.
They need, yeah. And a lot of times, too, is just wearing out. But having a good home life, too, as well, is very important. Shout out to my wife over there. She like, sometimes I get, it's like a boxing ring. Like, you going out into the world and you throwing hands trying to fight for everybody, this and that and the other. But when you come home to your corner,
man, you
know what I'm saying? Or you're going to get that treatment. You're going to get refreshed. You're going to get that water, the cuts. You're going to cut me, Mick. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get me right so I could go back out and fight another round.
That's beautiful.
That's very important.
That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. That foundation, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, man. You got it, LaMar, man.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying, man. Listen, after 24 years, I better have something.
Yeah, man, you doing it.
Right.
So here's what I want to do, man. I'm going to take a break and do a session called Peace Positive Point, where you say a quote and we say a quote. You can say a Jay-Z lyric or something. That means something to you, man. And then we'll catch up some more and we'll get out of here, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Episode 185, Say What You Mean, LaMar Sharpe. Peace.
Peace.
Episode 185 of the Say What You Mean podcast. Jean P, the MC, LaMar Sharpe. I got to dap you up, man.
My guy. Yes, sir.
My
yes,
dude,
sir.
man. Thank you for joining the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
I got to get that grip like yours, man. I get in the gym a little more. Yo, pull me to it.
Or pull my arm socket out.
Yeah, man. It's been a great episode, man. Episode 185 with LaMar Sharpe. Thank you for joining us on this show, man.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so you're starting the podcast. So you want to start one, or how's that going?
I've had one before.
Okay.
But it's been the demand for it has been intense. So
yeah,
I just got to figure out.
You and Derek, y'all dope together, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh man, listen, everybody wants to know who Derek is.
We gotta get him on the show. If you watch him, we gotta get you on the show.
Yeah, gotta get him on.
She was like, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on." Okay, gotta think about that. Okay. Yeah, man. But episode 185, man. Your 185th episode. Man.
Yeah. All right. I love it.
Listen, man. Jeremy, how many episodes you been on now?
I've been on since the Cocaine Bear episodes. I think it was I think that was episode 76 or 79.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
It's over 100 episodes now.
You got to pull up on us on our 200th episode or something. We got to do something big for it.
I'm a call away. I'll come here anytime.
Yeah, man. Anybody that's been on this couch, man, they're guests of ours for life, man.
Yeah, let's just say, listen, y'all, listen on camera. Just say when, Jean P, and I'm here.
Come on, man. I'm shocked we haven't done no content together. Like, you in a uniform, me in a uniform.
Listen, when I be rolling up and I think I see you, I always have my camera rolling.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I be ready. I be like, yeah, I'm going to catch you. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to catch you.
Hey, man, that'll do some numbers. That'll do some numbers, man. But now, y'all know how we doing the podcast, and we love to end with a positive point. Our favorite quotes or a quote for the week, man. Here's the week. Jeremy, what you got for us?
Mine is, let's see. It's taking care of your mind is just as important as taking care of your body. Self-care is strength, not weakness.
What's that mean to you?
I mean, it's just everybody prioritizes your physical health like going to the gym, but prioritizing your mental health is definitely just on the same pedestal. You gotta, you can't really work on your physical health if your mental health isn't on the right track as well.
Your mind is the strongest muscle, man. We always think it's how we look on the outside, but our minds, our spirits, man, things gotta be the strongest. So I like that quote. LaMar, what you got for us, man? What's your positive point?
I would have to say you can't give your life more time, so give the time you have left more life.
What's that mean to you?
I mean, your days are numbered. We all have an expiration date. So where you're going to sit here, you got to make each day great.
Yeah.
Give the time you have left more life. Don't just sit here and worried about all these other different things that you have no control of. Like, I'm very big control. Like, my mindset is, my wife sometimes, like, how do you stay so calm?
Yeah.
Like, I just, like, some things you have no control over, you can't worry about. Like, I just don't worry about it. I only worry about the things I can control.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And my positive point is from Theodore Roosevelt, and it says, do what you can with what you have where you are.
Yeah, you is. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, man.
What does that mean to you?
What that mean to me, man, being an artist, I've been thinking about that a lot. Yeah. Especially being a hip-hop artist, we always think we want to get to that place. And we talked off the record about what I thought the industry was.
Right.
And I always would think like, man, because I'm not in a certain place in my life, am I not where I want to be? But with where I am right here, I do what I can.
That's right.
Me and Canton, work with the community.
Yeah.
Not everybody's destination is meant to be Hollywood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice.
Yeah.
But I'm doing what I can with what I have here.
That's it.
And I notice you do that too, man. Like, you work with the city, you work with your environment. I think that's the best formula to success, is working with what's around you.
Exactly. Because if we better what's around around us right here, it makes everything else better.
Yeah. Got to get it right in your own backyard, man.
Exactly.
If your backyard supports you, then the world will support you. As they've shown you, man, because you're doing these numbers, man.
Yeah, I know, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
It gives me anxiety sometimes.
That viral success is a little different, huh?
Yeah, it is. I'm like, man, 4 million people?
Yeah.
I don't even know how I feel about that sometimes. I'm like,
you don't think it's attainable until you do it. Because like, when you get that first viral moment, because like I said, when they did that one TikTok about Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and I just saw, I think a news agency from like Switzerland inboxed me and was like, can we use your video? I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah.
But like followers and all that stuff. So it's like with our platforms, it's really easy for something to catch fire, whether it's negative or positive. But for some reason, it's harder for the positive stuff to get a push. Yeah. But the fights and all that stuff,
well, they
numbers.
I have videos that were so just touching to me. And I'm thinking like, man, this is it right here. And then it's like, you know, and it's just like, man, I didn't do nothing.
Nothing.
And then I got one with me jump roping and the kids, and it got 3.6 million views.
That's gonna do numbers because they're gonna be like, "What's LaMar doing, jump?"
Right. What are you doing, little bad?
Nah, that's what's up, man. So, what's your training like? Because you look good for your age, man. You taking care of yourself.
Shout out to my guy Chris Downey. Like,
gotta get him on the pod too, man.
Gotta get him.
Look at all these people, LaMar. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you gotta get him on.
He getting you right. Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah, I go to like, he has like a 5 a.m. climb class on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then on Saturdays he has like another climb class, and it's just like a mixture of strength, endurance, cardio, and Chris just being Chris. And Chris is a great motivator. He's not for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because Chris will say some things off the wall, and you looking at him like, but at the same time, you're going to see your heart rate go.
Right.
But right. You know what I'm saying?
You hurt my feelings, but these jeans fit.
Exactly.
Right.
Right. So, and it's great, too, because when you're doing good, like today, I seen him today, and he was like, man, you look good, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he gets on me sometimes, too. He was like, would your wife buy you some crumble cookies this week? I was like, she didn't this week.
Tomorrow. Okay?
Tomorrow, though, it might be a different day. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. And us being black men, I think that's important to see us being in shape, physical. It's so important.
We got to take care of our health.
Yes.
I think, growing up, it was a lot of black men refuse to go to the doctor. And I'm like, yo, this is why I got a good job, and I got great insurance where I know that I'm going to go to the doctor and stay on top of it, because I've seen a lot of guys, black men, die because they refuse to go to the doctor. And if they hadn't went to the doctor, they would have found out that something's wrong with them.
And I hate that they say 50 is the new 100.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, man, they don't got to be that way.
Yeah.
It does not have to be.
Right. I know.
So that's why I say I'm 35 and I've been in the gym and that's a reward for me, because it's like, I don't want to be the old man, finding out something wrong with me later.
Man, that's it. And I want to live, especially when you're happy.
Yeah,
it's just like, when you're happy and you're like, I want to live.
You don't want this to end just yet.
Yeah.
Give me a couple more minutes.
Yeah, because pretty soon, me and my wife, we will be completely empty nest, and it's just like, I want to travel, and that's my wife's love.
It's got to be a good feeling. Empty nest,
so I want to be able to enjoy those things with her and not be worried about, well, I got to carry this oxygen tank around with me, or I gotta do this and that and the other, and my wife moving fast and I gotta move slow. I'm like, go ahead without me, baby. Nah.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna leave her.
Cause I'm
gonna leave her. Hey, you gonna keep up with me?
Yeah, I'm Jay. Cause my Uncle Donald, he was like that. The nest was empty, and one day he was like, "Yeah, me and my wife, we're gonna go to Japan." I was like, "Oh, you just said that so casually."
Right, so casual.
All right, cool. Yeah. But no, that's goals, man. That's important, man. Health is definitely
It is very important.
So, any last shout outs before we get out of here, man?
Shout out to, Be a Better Me Foundation on my team. Shout out to my beautiful wife who's in the audience in the background over there. I'm really thankful for her for just keeping me motivated and moving and grooving, and then she does a lot. She's our event.
I could tell, man, you got that schoolboy crush on you.
Yeah, I do.
That's love right there,
I'm still crushing on my wife. That's what's up. She is it. And But yeah, shout out to like just my family, my kids, all the kids in the community, my mentoring kids, the boys and the girls program. So I'm just thankful for anybody too that just believes in me and supports our organization. We got our 10-year gala coming up in October 4th. So
congratulations.
Really big, at the Football Hall of Fame. So anybody want tickets, reach out to me. It's going to be a big event, so I'm excited. I'm really excited about that because a lot of organizations can't do 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And here we are still active, and we have people actually asking for us to come to their cities to do what we're doing. So that's very important to me, and that's why I'm just like in this gala, I want to try to raise some money and make a lot of these things happen.
I knew the organization was moving. I had a friend of mine. She had some issues with her son, and she was like, "Who do I go to?" And I was like, "I know a guy."
I know a guy.
And I recommended it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to Be a Better Me. Shout out to the podcast. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, man.
I'd love to come back again.
Shout out to Chase. Shout out to your wife, man, who was watching this. Make sure you was on point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She keeps me on point.
Yeah. Shout out to Jeremy, everybody that watches. Our 185th episode.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
That's dope.
Yeah. So we taking a little bit of a break. I got some shows coming up. We got some events. I'll be going to LA in a couple of weeks, so I need that break. I give these guys a break too, man. You know what I'm saying? So they've been holding it down for me, man. We all should be proud. Like I said, Jeremy started on episode 70?
70 something, yeah, around there.
The irony on the cocaine bear, the wildest episode to start on. Just right? Shout out to Chase, man, for holding it down on the camera. My man Def Syrupy over there. We're going to take some pictures in a minute for this album. I got an album coming out in October.
Okay.
So I'm just been doing so much, so we just got to give us a break a little bit. But we're going to come back in full force. Please keep watching the podcast, youtube.com/Jean P. the MC. Follow us, SWYM Podcast on Instagram. Jeremy, you got any shout-outs or anything? You good?
No, I'm good.
All right, man. We out of here, man. Episode 185. Jean P. the MC, LaMar Sharpe.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Say what you mean what you say. I'm from the 330, where them boys don't play. Say what you mean what you say. I'm from the 330, where them boys don't play. From the northwest to the northeast, say my name once and they know it's me. Southeast to the southwest, no arguments, yeah, I got next, Jean P.